to the Work Wonders podcast, brought to you by Asta HR, where we simplify the human side of business. I'm Angela.
And I'm Susan. Let's dive into today's episode and find out what you've been wondering about. In today's episode, we're talking about the darker side of teamwork. As you know, we think teamwork's a great thing, but there can be some things that aren't quite right. So let's dive into this episode of the Work Wonders podcast. Hi, Angela.
Hi, Susan. So the darker side of teamwork, it sounds ominous.
It does, doesn't it? I mean, it's pretty obvious to us that teamwork, or to anyone who listens to us, that we think teamwork's important.
We do.
We did a whole episode on how to make teams work better.
Yep.
But I've been reflecting and wondering if you can actually have too much teamwork.
Too much teamwork. Well, I guess so.
I think
everything should be in moderation.
Oh, true. And I guess there's, each of us have our limits in terms of wanting to be on a team and not wanting to be on a team as well. So there's that individual aspect of it.
Oh, yes. I think when it comes to anything to do with people, it's always complex, isn't it? Everybody does it differently or needs it differently.
That's why we're here.
True.
So the approach I wanted to take today was to look at 5 things, five traps.
All right.
Team traps, we're calling them.
Team traps. I like it.
And they're all geographical or geological features.
Okay.
I've
got my boots on, I'm ready to go.
You got your boots? You're ready for this tour? Well, actually, we're going to start in the desert.
Okay.
It's the decision desert.
Decision desert. Okay. So tell me about that. Is that where I'm lost?
You could be lost there. Or you could be thinking, well, I'm part of a team, so I need to consider everybody else.
Okay.
So let's see what everybody else thinks before I make a decision.
Right. So no decisions are actually happening.
Yeah. Or no one's stepping up and taking responsibility for making a decision.
Aha. Okay.
So you might be thinking, well, someone else will let me know.
Right.
Someone else on the team.
Else
Yeah, that's right. We're all a team here.
Surely someone else will do that.
That's right, exactly.
Oh, dear.
So, yeah, that can be a bit of a desert in some organisations. Things get pulled off because we want to collaborate, we want to consult as many people as possible before a decision's made. Everyone's got to have their say, and the more people who have their say, the more confused we get, the harder it is to make that decision. So we're stuck in that decision desert.
Because more opinions do not equal a decision made.
No,
necessarily.
Absolutely.
Great to consult, always great to consult and gather opinions, but ultimately it sounds like it needs to come down to just the decision. There needs to be some sort of structure there.
Yeah. And gosh, I don't know about you, but it's always a relief to make a decision.
Yeah.
Whether it turns out to be the wrong one or not, or the right one, at least you can park all those thoughts around it and take some action once the decision's made.
For some people, it's just about being heard as well. Just because they've got an opinion or an idea doesn't necessarily always mean that that's what they think has to happen. It's about the value for them might come in terms of being heard and being involved in the process before a decision occurs.
Yeah. So you can probably already sense that managing a team and working together in a team is a bit harder than just going, oh, we're all on one team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So wait till we get.
Okay. Where are we going next?
We're going to the Misty Valley or the Valley of the Mists. Sounds nice?
Sounds nice, but a bit creepy too. Like I'm in Harry Potter. Where are we going?
That's right. So this one is all about people not being clear.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So this can be having multiple discussions, similar to the decision desert.
Yep.
But where people, I guess what I'm getting at more here, and I'm trying to, I sound like I'm trying to be diplomatic, and this is the whole issue. Everyone doesn't want to upset anyone. Okay. So we're going to be nice and we're going to try and, pull everyone along on the team because we're a team and we all know what our goal is. People will naturally fall in.
Okay.
But not everybody understands the vision or the destination, because there's a lack of clarity, because we're just assuming that people know.
So there's a lot of vagueness around there. We're sacrificing the right to be diplomatic, if you like, to not having that clarity and not having a sense of everybody understanding we're all on the same page.
Yeah. So this is what can happen if you misinterpret teamwork as we're all got to be nice to each other.
Yeah.
I mean, preferably you are nice to each other.
We should hope so.
But not that nice that people are
at the cost of doing what you're there to
what's happening? I'm stuck in this valley and I don't know how to get out.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Similar to that is the Murky Meetings Mountain.
Oh, okay.
All mountains.
Mountains, okay.
So you've got a picture of these mountains. They're covered in clouds and it's a bit mucky up there as well.
Okay.
And
so it's all murky. I don't know what I'm there for.
You don't know what you're there for. You're at a meeting. It's a team meeting.
Right.
We have these regular meetings.
Yes, the meeting to have a meeting. Yes.
That's right. So it's a meeting to discuss how we're going as a team.
Yes.
It's a meeting to discuss what we're going to do at the next meeting.
Right.
It's a meeting about, how we run our meetings.
We've all been
we don't really have an agenda, but we have this weekly chat and it's in the calendar, so we might as well turn up. But then we might have an agenda, and by the end of it, we might have some actions.
Yep.
And guess what? Next week,
same thing happens again.
I know.
Yeah. Vicious cycle.
But we're having our team meetings, so we're a great team.
Okay, so more action required here.
Yeah, a little less talk, a little more action.
Yeah.
But, know before you go in what the reasons are for the meeting, what the agenda's going to be, and knowing when you walk out what you've got to do.
Yep.
So that you're not having the same meeting a week down the track.
Or we've experienced it ourselves even when we work together. We love those meetings where we actually do something in the meeting.
Yes.
And you walk away feeling like you've achieved something even during the meeting. So if that's even possible, it's always a better feeling to walk away with than going, oh, that's good. We did something for an hour. I don't know what we did.
Exactly.
But we did it.
Yeah.
We're a team.
Yeah, exactly. So another sign really that your team's not functioning as you would like, and a trap that teams can fall into, thinking, well, we did it. We're fulfilling our need for teamwork, we're consulting, but it's not really going anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. We often get approached by organisations who are struggling with teamwork. We're able to provide you with solutions that start with an analysis of the team, their skills, the perceptions of the actual working in the team. It's based on the realities of your workplace. And then we can provide you with solutions that will have an immediate and lasting impact. If better teamwork in your organisation could help you, schedule your free call today at asterhr.com.au. Now let's get back to the episode.
Okay, where are we off to next? I sense there's more.
You sense there's more. There's two more. You heard me say there were 5. The forest, and this was your suggestion, of irresponsibility.
Because I foresee lots of branches, in the forest and things kind of going off on different branches if you think of a team like a tree,
And not being able to have people who are accountable.
Kind of passing the buck a little bit.
Passing the buck, yeah.
Yeah, sort of, we're all doing the same, we're not the same thing, but we're all here for the same goal. So come on, you do that bit or someone else can do that. I don't really know who does that.
Yeah, that's right.
That sort of thing.
Or someone else will do that. So I don't have to.
Yes.
And actually that leads into the volcano that we couldn't name.
Oh, yes, our last one. So we imagined a volcano and we were trying to come up with a V word, weren't we, to go with that?
Yeah.
So insert your own V word here. Let us know what you think. But the volcano, Susan, so and it's all erupting. It's uneven. It's all messy.
That's right. Work's going in all sorts of different directions, but we've got the village that's affected by the mudslide.
Yeah.
We've got the lava flow over here.
Yeah, someone's coughing from all the smoke.
Yeah, that's right. Planes are grounded.
Yes.
But meanwhile, on the other side of the volcano, we're sitting on the beach. It's fine.
Yeah.
So that sort of uneven distribution of effort or unfair distribution of effort, because there'll always be someone on the team will go, oh, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Let me do that.
Yep.
And we're not really managing that workflow.
So being aware of what's in the room, and understanding not who's playing what role, but what people are contributing to the team and the task or the action at hand. And, that fair, equal distribution of things so that it's not always going to the person, like you say, that goes, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll do that.
There's always that martyr.
Yeah.
The martyr who we sometimes rely on.
Yes.
Yeah, so do any of those ring a bell with you in your business?
I'll be so curious to know. Please let us know over on our LinkedIn page, Work Wonders Podcast, or let us know what your V for volcano is. I'm curious if you come up with something better than we did.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that you can identify with some of these things that we've talked about, those situations where there can just be a little too much collaboration or too much waiting for the rest of the team or, like everything in life, it's not all positive. There's two sides to every coin.
And they're not obvious things, are they? They're all very invisible.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Things that might happen before we even know it, that they're happening.
Yeah.
So you might not even have really known that it's happening in your business until you've listened to something like this and gone, oh, hang on a minute, I think that might be
that's right.
what's happening.
That's why we never get anything done. So
that's true.
What should people do if that feels familiar?
I think awareness is the first step, obviously. So if you can identify even one of these things in some of the meetings that you're having or within your team, knowing that that's happening is the first step, because then you can actually take action from that.
Yeah. So get curious, isn't it? Yeah, get curious and find out what's really going on.
Yeah, stop and take a second and ask yourself, how productive is your teamwork or your meetings with your team?
Mm-hmm. And then we can refer you to listen to Season 2, Episode 5.
Yep, that was our episode on Teamwork Makes the Dream Work.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a great episode with 7 questions you can ask yourself to make sure that your team is working optimally. So that was jam-packed with really useful
There was a lot of information and resources on that episode. So we're happy to refer you back there, but we also want you to know that we realise that, we spout all this information.
Yes.
But reality is a totally different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if there's one thing that you can take away from today, it's just to get curious about your workplace and your team and, think about how effective your teamwork is. Thanks for listening to the Work Wonders podcast, brought to you by Asta HR. Hit the subscribe button now to never miss an episode. And if you'd like to continue the conversation with us, you can find us over at astahr.com.au. See you in the next episode.